Shalom, shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a brief lesson. This may be a 2, maybe 3-part video. Tapping into this video that came across my feed through the spirit. It's actually tapping into Reuben, Gad in the Southern Kingdom, generally speaking. And ultimately, it's tapping into Reuben exclusively. The Seminole Indians, so-called Seminole Indians. And it's the spirit that this came across my feed. As we know, it's Black History Month, whatever. The world will quote a coin, this month of February, the Black History Month, where, you Southern Kingdom tribes, you so-called Negroes are in the mindset that the Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is doing something for you, and giving you a month to recognize the brutality, that he brought upon you, all right, during the 1600s and so on, up until this very day, along with the Northern Kingdom, which is the spirit, why, I want to bring this out, because this video marries the two kingdoms together, and it shows that, we were oppressed together on this very land, man. And we had one common enemy. We had one common enemy, and that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, man. You see, where he was labeling us 3/5 of a man. He was labeled us savages, man. Ultimately, chased us out of our land. Dragged us out of our natural habitat, indoctrinated us. In efforts to fulfill biblical prophecy, ultimately, man. Okay? And you're gonna notice in this video, that these two individuals that are pretty much hosting it, for the lack of better words, and the talking point from the narrator, that you're gonna hear Black, African, and it's referring to Israel. You so-called Negroes, man. But we gotta understand, that these bywords and proverbs, and you're gonna hear Indian, you're gonna hear Indian and Native American. These are all bywords and proverbs, man, that were placed upon us by our oppressor, which is, again, prophecy that this would be. You see? So we gotta, we're gonna spit out the bones, in this video through the spirit, and Lord willing, bring out some edification. And as a matter of fact, let me get a quick precept honing in on the fact that we would be called bywords and proverbs, man. This is part of the curses that will rest upon us. Also proven, which is another token that we are those people, man. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse. Let me see here. Let me see if I should start. Now we got to start up. Let me start up. Deuteronomy 28 and 36, and it reads, "The Lord Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone." And this happened in its perfection, over here in Babylon, man. This happened in its perfection, man, over here in Babylon. You see? You got Jake calling on Jesus Christ, which is he's the that deity Okay, that false God is the main reason why you, Jacob, in such a delusional mind state that you're in. All right, this was one of Esau's devices. He exercised upon the minds of the tribes, man. Okay, northern and southern kingdom, man. And we're gonna show you that, because as we know, there were churches on the plantations. Okay, and what did he do with Gad? He threw them into these schools, these industrial schools, to pretty much re-teach them, everything they thought they knew. Like, they stripped them of their culture. All right, they were putting Gad in these industrial border schools. All right, teaching them Jesus Christ. Okay, taking away everything they knew. The quote by that nigga Richard Pratt, which we're gonna tap into him too, Lord willing, at some point, if not in this lesson. All right, he was the founder of one of those border schools over in Pennsylvania, man. Hey, he's the one that came up with that quote: "Kill the Indian, but save the man." Okay, that damn demon. You see, this is what they were doing, and guess what? They were operating under the guidelines of Jesus Christ, man. And you're gonna see that in this video. Okay, showing you how stupid you, Jake, are, man, to still be gripping onto that false God. You see? But hey, it's all through the Spirit for you to be led to your own devices. But anyway, sticking to the point, Deuteronomy 28:37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, man, a wonder. You see? A proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. Why do you think they're calling you a nigger? Okay, why do you think they're calling you a redskin, Gad? You see, why do you think they're calling you a wetback, Issachar? Why do you think they're calling you Tontos, Tainos? Okay? It's because at the end of the day, we are those people, man. And these would be stigmas that will be attached to our legacy, man. And the shame that we would have to bear. Okay, but the beautiful thing about it, that there's a transition at the end of this thing. And the scriptures tap into that. You see, there's a transition. And what I want to do, I want to get, let's get a couple of words here. Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. I want to get this word. I haven't looked it up, but the Spirit's telling me to get it. Let's get this word by word.
Strong's H8148. Shenina. Shenina.
Okay. And it goes into sharp word. Sharp. Cutting. Right. Look at byword. Taunt. Right? And we know, that nigger, man, when you were in the world, it's because you subscribe to it. So when the Edomite would call you a nigger, you know what I mean, you'll react. Because it's a sharp word. You know what I mean? It cuts the spirit. Because we all have an understanding that, we come of the Southern Kingdom, comes from a background of being slandered that way while being persecuted and whipped on their back, man, and hung. You see? By these Edomites, man. All right, and then the other various bywords that I mentioned, Tonto, wetback, savage, what they'll call the other tribes. These are sharp words, man. These are bywords, man. Red man, the redskin, that's what they will call us, Gadites, man. They will call us red devils. You see? But these are sharp and cutting words. But again, these are stigmas that are attached to us, man, as a people. Why? Because we are those people. You see? That's why. We are those people, man. But the world can't see it for what it is, because we're coined as the hidden ones. Matter of fact, let me get this as well before I play some of this clip. The book of Psalms, chapter 83. I'm going to start from the top, and it reads, keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right, we need you to work, power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He is. Okay, why do you think we're now calling ourselves by our true biblical nationalities, man? Okay, the Lord revealed to us who we are. You see, there's the proof is in the pudding. The Lord revealed it through the Spirit. You see, He's working, man. In the land where we were not called the sons of the living power, it'll be there. We're being called the sons, man. You see, what's that? Hosea. You see the book of Hosea, chapter 1, in the verse 10. Okay, we're calling ourselves the sons of the living power, man. You see, and it's stirring and shaking things up. Things are happening due to it. You see? And Esau can't stop it. Because it's of the Lord. The Lord is working. Jake is waking up. Esau is being revealed. All right? And prophecies are coming forth. End time prophecy. World War III. Okay? The Charagma, which is that microchip pursuant to Revelation 13:16. Right? The mark of the beast. And great tribulations on the way, man, in the form of Jacob's trouble. You can see that formulating. Okay? If you can't, your head's under a rock somewhere. All right? And you really, don't really know what's going on. Right? But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is working, man. Let's continue on. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, which is a loud noise. Right? Talking all that rhetoric, that rah-rah. Right? And they that hate thee have lifted up the head, right? These heathen have become proud, being that they've been able to bear down upon the chosen people. You see? And again, we're talking to the global elite, man, the elite of these heathen nations, man. Because these regular Joe Six-Packs don't know what the hell's going on, but what they've been told. They're caught up in the matrix too. You see, but these global elite of the heathen, starting with Esau, know exactly who we are, man. And now they become proud and boastful. And their stance is as if they can do what they want with us. All right, not realizing there's a grape cluster, there's an elect. There's a remnant that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to defend, man. All right, and in these end times, when all hell breaks loose, and it's the worst time ever, as it tells us in Daniel 12, it's not going to just be the worst time for Jake. It's also going to be the worst time for you heathen, man. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to do something. All right, he's gonna pour his spirit out on his men, and divine intervention is gonna take place. Angels are gonna be tapping into this to this third dimension, man. Interfering with scenarios and making things happen, man. That's that standard you can read about in Isaiah 19. Let's continue on. All that pride is gonna turn into mourning. But yeah, they lifted up their head. Check it out. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, man. You see, we're coined as the hidden ones because our history has been swept under the rug. Okay, Esau's done changed history. He's done destroyed history. He's destroyed statues, relics. What's the iconoclasm? He did that during the Renaissance period in efforts to hide who we are and to hide who he is. It allowed him to put up a camouflage of who he is. Okay, which is he's the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, he's that slippery serpent. He's that devil, that liar, that deceiver, that slanderer, man. You see that? But now we're in a time where the hidden ones, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, are being brought to the forefront, all right, on the global stage through the preaching of the servants of the Lord, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, it's being well known and well understood that the chosen people are not the people in our land right now. Those are imposters. Okay? As it tells us in Luke 21 and 24. Okay? Our land's being trodden down by the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles, man. But their time's about to be fulfilled. Because the world's coming to the understanding that what? The real people are those so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Hey, look at the history. It matches up with the Bible. Okay? You're lying if you can't see it. It's right there, plain sight. No other nation has the type of history we got. And it's heavy because this video that came across my feed, it marries the southern and northern kingdom, man, to the same persecution, to the same enemy. All right, throughout the same time period. Let's go on, man. Let's get this right here, and we're gonna move on. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation," man. All right, and prophecy had to be fulfilled. So Esau was allowed to come over here and destroy us the way he did. He was allowed to go to, northern, southern, and central parts of Africa and steal Jake, the southern kingdom, that were evading Roman persecution and have settled in Africa. They were allowed to do that in efforts for prophecy to be fulfilled. They had to bring them over here. That had to play out. The transatlantic slave trade had to play out. So what? So Jeremiah, what's that? 51 and 33 can be fulfilled. Or is it 50 and 33? One or the other. You see? So we can be oppressed together over here. That had to play out. Man, I gotta go get that. I want to make sure I don't want to mishandle. Jeremiah 51, I want to say it's 51, that's for the Spirit. And, yeah, it is 50. That's the Spirit. Jeremiah 50 and 33, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts," right? Yahweh of armies, man. "The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together," man. Okay? Israel representing the northern kingdom, Judah representing the southern. Where we were oppressed together? Right here in America. All right, this Jeremiah is talking to Babylon. Okay, this proves to you that what? This Babylon is talking about America. Because the only ones that went into captivity in Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar II was the southern kingdom. See? Vocab alone. This is very easy. This is very simple. But if you're blinded, if the Lord's not dealing with you, or if you're just a straight up liar, you ain't gonna be able to see it. You see? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And you're gonna see this persecution process in this video. That took place upon the southern and northern kingdom by the same enemy, man. This is prophecy speaking loud and clear, man. It can't be denied. It can't be denied. Let's go back to Psalms 83 and 4 again, and we're going to get the clip. They have said, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And this is why they labeled us these bywords and proverbs. Okay? Black, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Brazilian, okay, Mexican, Jamaican, Haitian, okay, Ecuadorian, El Salvadorian, okay, Cuban. This is why they gave us these titles, man, in efforts to keep us from ever being a nation again. But guess what? It's out of their control. And now the tribes are coming together once again in righteousness through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is a token to Yahweh Shai being on his way. Let's get this clip.
What if I told you?
Hey, real quick, if I may. All right, this is fair use, fair use. All right, this is for educational purposes only. All right, fair use. And again, Akiyam and Akwa, eat the meat but spit out the bones. With these two, and with the narrator, you're gonna hear speaking. But we're gonna tap into a few other things as well. We ain't got much time, but I'll play as much as I can, and we'll go from there. I'm at the plantation. I gotta run in Salakia, but we'll play what we can.
If I told you
What if I told you
that there are a group of black Indians,
that created the largest haven
the largest haven
in the U.S. for escaped slaves?
in the 1700s? What if I told you
What if I told you that there was a group of black Indians that led the largest slave revolt in U.S. history,
What if I told you that there were a group of blacks in the United States
that forced their own emancipation?
before the Civil War?
What if I told you
What if I told you that there were a group of black Indians
that led a mass exodus along the Trail of Tears and then right out of the United States?
What if I told you
What if I told you
What if I told you that this is the true story of the Black Seminoles, and you've likely never heard it before?
I never learned about them and they were never in my history books?
This is a story about betrayal, distrust, backstabbing, and about a people that have been, for some reason, lost to history. This is about the Black Seminoles, the Black Indians,
And their long, remarkable journey to freedom.
Now you can see this. They're still under the illusion, you know, of Esau's pseudoscience. Because you hear them spewing that black everywhere, you know. And they were also talking to that whole Bering Strait situation, because they mentioned how they were led that straight out of the United States, and you've seen the walk. They were walking. It was a long trail. That's all false. That's all pseudoscience. You see, Esau done mocked that up. You see? But we're going to tap into the truth of the matter, though. And real quick, when you get this word black, this is what you, Jake, don't understand what you're doing. All right? When you're talking all that black and you're marrying yourself to it. When you get this word black, right? Check it out. This is why it's important to understand words. Look, they got it in the Merriam and all over the place as far as it represents African Americans, which they're joining you, Jake, to African, which is what's his name? Scipio Africanus, which is an Edomite. All right, so you're grabbing his title and you're labeling yourself under an Edomite to start, right? And then that whole word black goes into what? Look it, under an adjective. All right, it goes into what? Dirty, soiled. Okay, it gets better. Look. Thoroughly sinister or evil, wicked. All right, this is what you're doing. This is what you're coining yourself and calling yourself and labeling yourself. And Esau knows that, but you don't. You're putting an energy on you, and you have no idea what you're doing. There's power in words. There's power in understanding. Okay, understanding who you are. There's nothing but pure power there. You come to the conclusion that you're a prince or princess of the highest power conceivable, okay, and you're in exile, and there's power in that. That would make you change your stance and evaluate yourself. All right, you will come to a conclusion of how you're supposed to move and how you're supposed to operate through the blueprint of the Bible. All right, which is going to grant you access to a divine protection. You see, Esau don't want you to know that. Esau wants you to continue to call yourself black, African American, Native American, and all these other bywords and proverbs that we named, Puerto Rican, so on and so forth, man. In efforts to keep you snared, all right, under his spell. All right, but the Wadi Hawabashi Mount Shai for allowing us to tap out of that, man. You see, there's a stigma on you when you coin yourself that, man. So you're going to hear a lot of that in this video. You know, but understand, you know, these individuals don't know what the hell going on, man. They don't know what the hell's going on. You know? But there is some fact behind the video. That's why I want to share it. Lord willing, it's edifying. I'm going to play a little more than I got to run Aki Aminakwa Shalakia.
Mo Abigail, I won't.
What do you mean, Abraham? You're scaring me.
We've been slaves long enough now.
I won't spend another day under the whip of these crackers.
Escape? Where can we go? You know they'll kill us. They'll kill us
Florida.
dead.
Florida. I heard them say it's free there. It's a chance, Abigail.
Florida? It's so far, Abraham, and it's dangerous.
I'll kill anybody that gets in our way. Staying here is death. We deserve better. You deserve better. We deserve a life free of these crackers.
Live free or die trying.
Live free, die trying. Them, along with several other enslaved Africans, made their way down to Spanish Florida. They fought slavers, bounty hunters, and many were recaptured and lost their lives along the way. But finally, several made it to freedom, at least for a while, in the swamplands of Spanish Florida.
During the same time period.
Right, and that's where this is talking to the Reubenites, you know, which are the Seminole Indians. And that's why the beloved elder apostle Rakah, all right, is a Reubenite. And if I'm not mistaken, his origins are down there in Florida as well. You see? Because that's where the Reubenites were at. Heavy population of them. You know, but you hear them talking about the Africans were African American. Oh my goodness. And that's so vexing, man, to hear it. It's just like, you know, but this is why the men of the Lord have been given the understanding to bring forth the truth. You see, because what we got to understand is that Africans, those are Hamites. You see? Those are Hamites. As we know, Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right? And Ham, all right, are the Africans. All right? That's their forefather. All right? We're from Shem. We stem out of Shem. You see? And what proves that, I mean, you can go into the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary. It goes into it. All right? And also when you go to the book of Exodus, the book of Exodus 11. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. I'm gonna have to close out with that Aki Amenakwa, and we're gonna touch back. We're gonna touch back on this. Let me go here. We're gonna revisit this. When you go to Exodus 11, hey, because we haven't even got started yet. When you go to Exodus 11 and 7, it says what? But against Exodus 11 and 7, and it reads, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay, who were the Egyptians? Egyptians, those were Hamites. All right, everybody and their mother knows that. Like, this is pre-Ptolemaic Empire, man. Before Esau got over there and got the washboard, the whole history, and calling all these Cassandras, and okay, this is way before that time, man. And we're talking Exodus, man. Prior to us coming out of the grips of Pharaoh, these were the true Hamites. You see? The Lord said he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, and mind you, all 12 tribes were in Egypt. All right, so none of us are no goddamn dirty Hamites. All right, speaking like that, and like, nah, we don't rock like that. Okay, we are the chosen of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the purest of the people, the closest thing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on this planet Earth, man. And it's a blessing that that's the case. Psalms 33 and 12, man. The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that. But Lord willing, Aki Amenakwa, we're going to revisit this, and we still got a lot to go. As you can see, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to show. And our Baratazah, we'll revisit this soon enough. Hey, like I said, through the Spirit, you know, this diabolical month that they coined, you know, Black History Month, you know, we're going to shed light on some truth regarding the, idea that, you know, there's no honor, you know, and representing this month in any form of pride, man. There's nothing to be proud about, man. You see? There's nothing to be proud about, Jake. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's a slap in your face, man. The fact that he gave you a month, okay, to revisit how he kicked you in your ass with a steel-toe boot. Abaratas, I will be back, Akiyam and Akwaf. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Shalom.